So, hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing very well. Today, we are here with the next particular prose of Vista CBSE Class 12th English, and that is on the face of it. Okay, so let us begin it. The plot here revolves mainly around two physically impaired people, that is Mr. Lamb, who has a 10 leg, and a boy, a 14-year-old boy named Derry, who had a burnt face. Okay, so let us understand that what exactly happened here and why are we talking about impaired persons here. So one day, Daddy, this young boy, went to Mr. Lamb's garden through the fence as he thought that it was an empty place and he could sit here. Mr. Lamb hears his footsteps and asks him to stop by saying that there are crab apples, like those are small apples you can fall down. Mr. Lamb tells him that he does not mind who comes to his garden and the gate is always open. Hereby, Daddy explains that he just wanted to come in. He explains that he is not afraid of people. In fact, people are afraid of him. And it does not matter who they are or what they say or how they look. He know how people pretend. This particular work, like when Daddy says that no, I just wanted to come and I thought it was an empty place. He said, Mr. Lamb replied, it is an empty place. Like when I'm outside, the house is empty. Plus, I don't mind anyone coming. The gate is always open. You only came through the fence. I'm not saying anything. Okay. Daddy explains that I'm not here to steal anything and I'm not afraid of people like you. Rather, people are afraid of me. Okay. All of these things he explains to him. Mr. Lamb listens to him carefully. He says that when it gets a bit cooler, he will get the ladder and stick and pull down the crab apples and make jelly from the trees. So Daddy feels here that Mr. Lamb is changing the topics and changing the subject, and he is afraid to ask about his burnt face. So he tells him that you're changing the topic now. Everyone does this. You are like others only. Then Daddy said that if you want, then Mr. Lamb says that if you want to tell me, you can. So Daddy tells him that his face was burned by the acid, and it is the acid that not only burnt his face but it ate him up. It ate the entire being of him. Mr. Lamb tells Teddy that it's okay, like people do not even care that how do you look and everything like that. He tells them about the beauty and the beast story. Then Daddy even says that I know about all of these things. People have even told me stories like of such kind. Even Mr. Lamb tells Derry that his real leg got blown off years back in the war, and there is no difference between the two. Like they are same like trees or herbs and the weeds he grows. He does not understand why a green growing plant is called weed and another a flower. He explains to Derry that all the things are relative, even the beauty and the beast. Daddy replies that he knows the fairy story because he have been told this earlier. And it's not what you look like, it's what you are inside. And handsome is as handsome does, and that is why even Beauty loved the monstrous beast for himself. And when she kissed him, he changed into a handsome prince. But he won't change because nobody will ever kiss his face except his mother. And she too kisses her on the other side of the face, and he completely dislikes this because she does it out of the responsibility and not because she actually feels like doing this. Basically, he describes the plot of Beauty and the Beast, that yes, the beauty kissed the beast, the princess kissed the beast, and but there is no one to kiss me because my face is all burnt. Even my mother kisses me on the other side of the face, and that too not because she cares for me, but because she has to do it because I am her responsibility. Okay, Mr. Lamb and Daddy have a long conversation where they talk about that bees don't buzz as people say, rather, they hum, and hum means sing if you listen to them carefully. Mr. Lamb revives the almost dead feelings of Derry towards life. He motivates him to think positively about life, changes his mindset about people, and thinks how a man locked himself as he was scared, but after locking himself also, he got killed or he died in the room only when the picture fell upon his head. Okay, now, after hearing this, Jerry laughed a lot. He explains to him that acid had only burnt his face, just like the bomb only blew off his leg. More than that, there are worse things that could happen. He could have burned himself from the inside if he has attitude towards like this. Like the acid has done a very little harm, but what you are thinking is doing more harm to you, little boy. Derry then shares that someone suggested that he should be left like others, like blind people should be left with blind, deaf with the deaf ones, for his betterment. But he likes to stay in a place like this garden and a house with no curtains. He also exclaimed that the gate of the garden is always open. Even so he says that I'm liking this place here, like you are telling me something different. Okay, so they Mr. Lamb says that I will be getting crab apples down, you can help me in that. So Daddy says that my house is far away. Then Mr. Lamb says that you have two legs, you can go. Then Mr. Daddy says that no, my mother will not allow me. Then Mr. Lamb says that, oh, that's only excuse, everyone does, so no one returns back. But Derry is inspired and he promises to come back. When he goes to his home, he informed his mother that I'm going back to Mr. Lamb to help him. His mother tried to stop him, but despite of stopping, he was adamant, saying if he does not go now, he would never be doing anything in his life. Okay, so he came running and panting to Mr. Lamb's house, and he saw Mr. Lamb lying on the ground. It was ironical that when he searches a new foothold to live happily, he finds Mr. Lamb dead. In this way, the play depicts the heart rendering life of physically disabled people with their loneliness, aloofness, and alienation. But at the same time, it is almost a true account of the people who don't let a person live happily. Obviously, see, let us be very true here that people, consider physically impaired or mentally disabled, disordered person inferior from others, right? We do not feel very comfortable with them despite of being very rational, very modern and thinking. We do have this mentality, isn't it? This is what is being discussed here. So we are done with this particular story as well. I will be dropping the important questions very soon on my channel through a YouTube shorts video. You can look into that, and yes, do subscribe my channel, like it and share it as much as possible. Thank you so much for staying here. Meet you all soon. All the best. Bye bye.